I've been really not feeling good these days. Um, at the beginning, I thought it was just physical, but then it became pretty mental and emotional as well. And it was not super easy to navigate, to be honest. Like, I feel like it has been a roller coaster of a week, almost a week. Um, at the same time, though, it brought so many lessons and insights um, that I just feel like in the aching, in the pain, there is so much space now, as it often happens. Um, but it started like some physical symptoms before. I felt like a lot of pressure on my throat, and my stomach was closing a lot. And yeah, some heaviness on my shoulder and my sacral chakras. Um, and the more I was allowing this to open and unfold, the deeper I was going through without really having an understanding of what was going on. And I could just surrender. Um, until I had a few days where it was really hard to even leave the bed in the morning. Like it hasn't been in a very long time. And it could be very frustrating, to be honest. For me, it's a frustrating experience to go through that. I guess also because it's very easy and quick for me to try to label it and address it as depression or burnout, which I do feel that often it takes me away from the possibility to just let the experience unfold and pass. And it creates actually further rumination and heaviness. Um, so I had the previous days, it was an incredible high. It was really, really, really high, like feeling incredibly happy and floating like a literal head over heels kind of feeling and experience. I had awesome um, dance nights, which was super good just to move a lot of energies through my body and practicing yoga in a different way. It was incredible. But even in that experience, I noticed that there was something in me that was trying to resist it. And it was literally like, oof, we are going very high. And eventually, I know that when it goes so high, then there's gonna be whew, the going down, and it can be like a crash. And it, yeah, it can be scary for me to be there because it's not being scared of being high, it's being afraid of falling, of the balancing out of it, of this experience. And I remember I had this moment where I was dancing and twirling, and the more I was twirling around and steaming a little bit, I really had this thought like, okay, I could either stop or just enjoy the moment, knowing that then eventually I will experience the other extreme before going back into the middle. And for that time, I just allowed myself to feel it, just enjoy. I could hear my pranayama teacher just saying, just enjoy the experience, do it. If you feel like it, just go for it. And yeah, I think I was just like, okay, I haven't been feeling like this in a very long time. Or maybe I did, but I was always um, on a different high, surrounded by people, um, having different experiences. So this was the first time in a very long time to experience this kind of high while being alone on my own. Um, so I decided, okay, let's have like a self experiment and let's go there. Um, and wow, the low was really, really low. Um, so I went from this incredible high where I also had lots of energy, and I was using this energy for my projects and developing them, to really have zero energy for anything, literally anything. And as I said, it was difficult, but I I gave myself permission to be there, whether through canceling classes and just taking a day off for myself, through having cups of cocoa and just feel it and just drink it and cry or write or watch Austen's adaptations, and knowing that it was what it is. I don't feel like saying anymore there is a reason, because sometimes there is, um, but it's not really my mm, not duty, but it's not really my call to find that reason. The reason comes to us. There's no need to try to ruminate and understand in the moment, which I know that this is a pattern that sometimes I get lost into. Like, what is this happening? What is this teaching me? Well, is that just okay? I can't move from the bed. Let's be here, order something, and relax. Take a day off from the phone, from work, from even being a friend. Just being there for myself, and not do anything else, and just existing. And with the peak of the full moon the day after, it was just like, whew, wow, a hurricane inside. Um, but I really felt like once again, it was just ripping, like literally ripping my heart open. Like there was bleeding through until I could just feel it, like reconnecting with those tears. They are so sacred for me sometimes, just laughing and crying at the same time, not for any other reason than just like, oh wow, it's true, like we can feel so deeply for no reason at all at times, but what a blessing, what magic it can be. And funny enough, during those days, I had people just contacting me for very similar reasons, telling me that they were in a very similar situation, that they were also feeling like I was there too. And it was just so magical because somehow it's so healing, to remember that we are all going through this, that sometimes we are all experiencing something at the same time in our own shape and form, but still we are connected in this experience, in this healing, in this opening, in this feeling. And it was just so beautiful for me. I had the few seconds where I really felt like, why once again, like I'm feeling so much, and yet I have people coming more towards me, and in this moment I need to hold myself more, and there are still people coming at me, so I had to manage this and find my way through that as well. um but it was so healing. And today I then felt like, okay, just go for a walk, not even overthinking anymore, just go out, let's have very nourishing good meal out. And I treated myself. I just had those foods that I know that I can have here while I am um, here, and things that I could not have while in India. And I just started feeling much better, just going for a walk, grounding, listening to some music, having good food, sharing a few moments with people. And then while I was on the scooter, the driver, she was singing so much. I literally just a few minutes before, I was walking on the street alone with my headphones on, and I felt like there were so many songs that I love just coming through my shuffled playlist, and I started feeling like, okay, that's nice. I'm just vibing with it, and I was just singing and chilling. And then the the driver, she was driving me back home, and she was singing a lot, and it was beautiful. I was just smiling, and she was telling me like, let's be happy, let's be happy, let's be happy. We are in Bali. No need to cry, no need to cry. I don't want you to cry, I don't want to see you crying. And I was smiling and laughing, but inside I noticed that I was questioning a lot, like, ooh, why is she telling me this? Like, uh, do I look like I've been crying for days, or what's going on? And then at one point we stopped, and she looked at me and she said, I'm saying this because in these days, all I think of and all I feel like doing is crying. And I just need to lay down and swim and not think about anything. And I just looked at her, and like it was, we looked straight into each other's eyes. And I was just like, I've been feeling this way in the same exact way as well for days and days. And it's okay, it's okay, we can manage this. And it was just enough, to just acknowledge each other and validate each other just by being. So if you're there too, yeah, it's happening, it's real, and there's nothing wrong about it. We are all there somehow.